Hey, what is up everybody and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to go through two things that I've really been looking forward to in Lost Ark for a long time, since I started the game. And basically see what my first impressions of them are. I really was looking forward to PvP more than PvP when I started Lost Ark. Because I know they're more focused on PvE, so I had a feeling it would just be a lot more fleshed out, a lot better. And the two things I was really looking forward to were Abyss Dungeons and Chaos Dungeons. And I'm gonna have to say they do not disappoint at all, not in the slightest. I have loved doing them both. It's been great. Honestly, I couldn't praise them enough. The combat system in Lost Ark's been the thing that I loved the most. It's so fluid. It makes you feel badass just by playing the game, and it's great. And I love every minute of it. Like I said, I will go off and kill mobs of big monsters that I don't even have to kill, just because they're running after me. I could easily let them go, but I'm not gonna, just because the combat is so smooth. I love doing it any chance I get. So as you can imagine, Chaos Dungeons are great for me. It's just attacking horde upon horde upon horde of monsters until you finish it. You go through 3 stages. So the first stage is just normal monsters. They'll attack you, kill them to a certain extent until your bar fills up, and then a portal will open up. You run through and you go into the next floor. There are chances to get like special kind of portals or anything, but we're not really going to talk about those. This is just kind of my thoughts on Chaos Dungeons in general, and my first time going on it. In the background there will be a video of me just doing my first Chaos Dungeon. As you can see by my face, I'm extremely serious when I play these kind of games, because I just kind of want to go for it, and I want no distractions, because I'm just kind of so focused on it, I kind of forget everything around me. But yeah, Chaos Dungeons, you go through the portal into the second one, and it's basically the same thing, just hordes of monsters, but this time you have elite monsters that you have to defeat. I think there's about 4 or 5 of them. Once you defeat those, you get a boss, you defeat the boss, and then you move on to the final one, which is the 3rd floor, or the 3rd portal, whatever you want to call it. And you destroy these crystals, which then release a monster. You kill them until basically you reach 100%, and then you're done. You get rewarded with a bunch of loot. Now the loot in this game is currently super easy to get. I immediately got like a full 302 item level just from doing my first 2 Chaos Dungeons. I don't know if I got lucky and, you know, or that's just how easy it is to get those items, but I got them. I've leveled them up and I've unlocked all of the North Vern Chaos Dungeons, and I've done all of them. One thing I will say, when I did first start the Chaos Dungeons, I thought they were super easy. I got that it was my first Chaos Dungeon, so they were probably just easing me into it. But I just couldn't help but notice how easy it was to kill the monsters. I was doing like 1 attack and wiping a bunch of them out, which is cool. I'm not expecting, you know, all be boss level monsters, because I've got to kill a bunch of them. But yeah, I thought the first one was super easy, which kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But as you do progress, like I said, I've only done the North Vern ones, but as you do progress, they do get harder. Of course, the monsters are a lot harder to kill, because you get better items, you get more items. So that does make sense, you know, the progression is good. But I will give Chaos Dungeons a solid 9 out of 10. I absolutely love doing them. And I don't know anyone who... I've never heard anyone that say they don't like doing them. Everyone always praises them, because everyone always praises the combat, and that's basically what it is. It's non-stop using your spells and abilities to kill things. You can't go wrong with that in a game where the combat is so highly praised. So I will give it a 9 out of 10. It's super fun. I don't know if they do more with it later on. I don't know if there's more floors. I don't know if they add new things into it. I haven't got there yet. So just as of right now, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Super fun. Highly recommended. And I've had a blast going into Chaos Dungeons. It is sad you can only do 2 a day. I mean, technically you can do more, but you can only get loot for 2 a day. Which is kind of sad, but, you know, you can't just keep doing it over and over and over again. It would kind of ruin the point of the game. But yeah, 9 out of 10, super fun, highly recommended. So moving on to the second one, which is the Abyss Dungeons. I've only done Abyss Dungeons today as of recording this video, which is the 27th. Again, I'll have a little clip playing in the background. They're nuts. They are nuts. I did the Necromancer one, which is like the second one you ever do, and even that one had pretty difficult mechanics if you don't know what you're doing. You really do need to research into what you're doing in this game if you want to get anywhere. You can't just go in and be like, yeah, I'll defeat a monster, you know, it might have a big AoE attack, you know, you dodge the AoE attack, you dodge the things that they spit out at you. Easy, done. You just keep doing that until you kill the monster. No, these monsters have actual really difficult mechanics in them. Actual difficult mechanics that will one-shot you. That Necromancer one, each boss has a one-shot mechanic. For example, the first boss, his mechanic is basically he'll hit you with this like big AoE damage thing. I don't think it spans the entirety of the map. You can get away from it, I think. But if you don't, it hits you up and you get 1 stack. If anyone in your party group gets to 5 stacks, he instantly wipes the raid. And I don't mean just kills the person that got the 5 stacks, he wipes the entire raid. You have to start again, at least, you know, killing him. There are these little golden orbs that appear on the map. Basically, once you get about 3 stacks, you want to run over to those orbs and collect them, and that purifies you and takes the debuff off. And then, of course, when he hits you again, you'll just start from 1, so on and so forth. And you basically have to do that until you defeat the boss. Now, for someone as uninitiated as I was when I first went into this, that was super difficult because, just like I've just said, I was kind of just expecting, especially since it's only the second one, to just go in there and just breeze it. Go in, kill a bunch of stuff, kill the bosses, you know, dodge the mechanics and stuff like that. I was expecting it to be pretty difficult, but not that difficult. And then just kind of carry on my merry way, get some decent loot, upgrade it or whatever, and then just be like, yeah, cool, move on to the next one, and not expect them to get hard until, you know, like tier 2, tier 3. But no, straight up tier 1, you need to know the mechanics, because they will kill you. The second boss, I didn't even finish the raid. We ended up just quitting, because basically he has a one-shot mechanic where you have to, like, basically he has like a stagger bar, and once you get that bar all the way at the top, he kind of like stop, you know, he'll faint or whatever, and then you just have to keep attacking him, and he'll stop his one-shot mechanic. Of course, again, if you don't know that, that's super difficult to dodge, because you're like, well, what do I do? I literally had to search it up and then explain to people like, oh yeah, there's a bar, get that, like, fill that bar up, and he won't one-shot us. We're like, alright, cool, that makes more sense. So then we knew what to do then. But then he had another mechanic, which is basically, once you kill him, we were like, oh, he's almost dead, boom. Invincible, you can't damage him. Basically, his last attack is like an AoE attack, and it leaves either a red or a white sort of like aura on the floor for a couple of seconds, and then he has orbs that appear on like the north, east, south, and west. Each player from the group has to go to one, and basically whichever color was on the floor, if it was red or if it was white, have to go to that orb and collect it. They have to do that because if they don't, the boss will come back bigger and stronger. Okay, if whoever gets the orb wrong, if like let's say all 4 get the orb wrong, then that's it. The boss comes back with all of his health and he's stronger. If one person gets it wrong, he comes back with a bit of health. He'll have like, let's say 17 bars instead of the usual 20 where you would have started. And you have to basically get them all the way down to 1 again, and then do that whole thing until everybody gets it right. And I think you have to get it right twice to technically like defeat him. But we couldn't do it, and people kept messing up. And I think we wiped about 3 or 4 times, and we had been fighting him for about half an hour. So we called it quits there, until, you know, people have a better knowledge of what we needed to do. Because we were just a random party. We weren't like a party that we had made up ourselves. It was just a matchmaking party. So yeah, I can't praise them enough. I will actually give those a 10 out of 10, because I've never been in an MMO where the beginning dungeons and raids actually require knowledge of how to defeat them. It's usually you run to the boss, you defeat the boss, it has a few little gimmicky mechanics, dodge them, or just tank them. They don't usually do this much damage at the beginning. But no, these ones have proper mechanics. They have been really thought about. and I can't praise them enough. I really can't. I think Smilegate have done an incredibly good job at PvE, sorry. They've really shown that, you know, they're catering to the audience a lot. They're not just making it easy. They're not just being like, right, you know, go on, you go to a dungeon, finish the dungeon in about 10 minutes, and then you can, you know, be on your merry way. No, you have to research them or you will die. It's as simple as that. But yeah, so basically 9 out of 10 for the Chaos Dungeons. I think they're great, but at the minute they are super simple. You just go in, kill the monsters, and leave. 10 out of 10 for Abyss Dungeons, because the mechanics and having to actually know the mechanics this early on in the game, I think is super cool. And I think it really helps for Endgame as well, because you just kind of get chucked into it in other MMOs. They've been super easy until you get like raids, and then all of a sudden you've got these gimmicks that can really affect your team, and debuffs, and knowing where you have to go and what you have to do. It's smart, is what I'm trying to say. I think it's really smart that they've done it this way. So yeah, a 10 out of 10 is definitely what I'd be giving it. Of course, you do have Guardian raids as well. I do want to make another, like a separate video for Guardian raids. Really enjoy them though. Just a sneak preview, I really enjoy Guardian raids as well. I think they've done a really, really good job with that too. But I thought that could just be its own little video, because I probably have more to talk about on there than I do with these two. But yeah, that's pretty much it. My thoughts on them are basically, I think they're both great. I think PvE in Lost Ark is going to be extremely good. I really, really do hope this game ages well, and people do keep playing it, and it doesn't just fizzle out after a couple of months because the hypes went down, because I'm really enjoying the game, and it is a game I can see myself playing for a long time. I just really, really hope that the EU servers get fixed, because waiting 2 hours just to log on to a game, I'm genuinely scared to log off at times, because I'm like, I'm not going to get back on for like 2 days, because I just don't have time to wait around for 3-4 hours to get on the game. So I really hope they do fix that, or people just stop playing it to a certain degree, of course, so the servers aren't backed up like they have been since launch. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy the game. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next time. I'll probably do the video on the Guardian raids. I am also going to do a Naruto quiz, because I did say when I changed the sort of my channel to like a Lost Ark channel, I still want to do like sort of randomish videos. And me and my friend want to do like a character Naruto tier list. So that'll be up at some point. That'll be fun. We'll have some nice discussion. It'll probably be a really long video, so if you don't want to watch it, totally understand. Yeah, I really hope you guys have a nice day, and I shall see you next time.